Lieutenant, we have the new Technimount safety arms installed on our new Striker Power Pro 2 stretchers. What has it been like the past few months not having the Technimount?
It has been really difficult with patient care. I know that I previously worked without the Technimount, and it's hard to even imagine what it was like then until you're put back into those positions. I didn't think it was going to make that much of a difference, but once it was suddenly gone, it was very obvious how much we needed these arms back.
Do you feel like not having the mount has compromised patient care?
Absolutely. So the only safe place for the monitor, in most of our opinion, is on the back of the stretcher. Unfortunately, that's out of view when we are caring for the patient. So aside from that, the fact that it's out of view and I can't actually see my monitor, so if my patient's desatting, I'm having to rely on those monitor alerts. Aside from that, there was issues all around with the fact that we would put the patient on the monitor, and then if we need to move the blood pressure cuff, it was untangling the wires to get it wrapped all the way around to the patient's other arm to plug it back in right so that it wasn't having to stretch extra wide to get to that other arm. And it was just taken away from my patient care time. Also, if I wanted to place an additional EKG lead, it meant I have to take the monitor off the back of the rest on the hook and then get into the pouches in the back that wasn't easily accessible on the hook. And so I had to take it off, get what I needed out, and put it back on, again, taking time away from my patient. And if my patient needed to be flat, we had to essentially strap it into the seat, which really wasn't optimal either because the seat belts wobbled.
So if an agency didn't have a Technimount, what would you say to them?
It's a no-brainer. It's best for the patient, it's best for your crews. There were times just because the patient needed to be flat and they had injuries to their legs, so we couldn't put the monitor on their legs like we did way back in the day. And it just seems archaic to even do that now. That we were having to carry this while we're trying to pull a stretcher with a backpack on our back, and it's just not safe. It's causing a whole lot of potential for back injuries, and it's safe right here. It's in the best interest of the patient, and if we have an anxious patient who's worried about their vital signs, it gives them the opportunity to participate in their care.
And if you had one thing to say to the people of Technimount EMS?
Thank you so much for the product. Honestly, it's a huge game changer. It allows us to care for our patients the way we want to care for our patients.